Hi there, my darlings, and welcome to another little broadcast with me and little lady Napslow here and a little fluffy one here, and we are going to be delving into 7.4. Yay! Anyway, let me just check that we are broadcasting. Let's see. Oh, that seems like... Yep, now live on my channel. Perfect. Wonderful. So let's go! Right, so first things first, let us, I'll give you kisses. Kiss. Mwah! And we are going to exchange 4 lives because we have a lot of these. Show recently added items. We have the dynamite whistle. This whistle emits an explosive tone that calls your dynamite to your side. Let us summon a new whistle. I can now summon the dynamite mount. Let's see, mount guard. It's on number 4. Where is this little guy? A variety of fiend that is brought to life when an inanimate rock is imbued with ether, due to the possibility that it harbors precious stones. This specimen was acquired by Rowena and entrusted to the care of Chloe Aliapu. As a result, it has become so familiar with the people that it is willing to carry a rider. Dear, a swarm of dynamite has drifted inside the burrow. A quote from Warren Way. Let us have a little look at this little dynamite fella. Right, so, I guess I just sit on his head. Hi! Hi! I am the dynamite! Ah! Oh, sorry, I'm just being silly now. Okay. No, crazy Elita. Right, let's see how this thing looks when it flies. Boing, boing, boing. Elita, you're just insane. Stop it. So this is it flying. Hello. This is on the ground. I guess it doesn't really do much difference in the air than it is on the ground. I don't think there's any special actions for it. But hey! Whee! But that aside, let us continue with our little broadcast and go to solution 9 because that's where the raid tier should be. So plot is up here. So if you look at the plot, it's there. Raid tier is over here. I want to have a quick look at something. Nexus Arcade. Heavyweight hollow here. Let's see. Domain of Magic. Ugh, piety. Nope. Piety, ugh. Piety. There we go. The legs seem okay. The boots seem okay. legs, boots, neck, wrist. Let's see. That's kind of cute. I think this week, let's see. Cute. These look cute. Let's see. What do the weapons look like? Looks okay. Okay, fair enough. Right, so now that I've had a little looky at those things, I'm gonna go for boots and 2 accessories this week. And then try and get the leggings next week. By then I should be able to buy the top with tomes. Let's see what you have to say for yourself, Lucy. feral fandom. Yana regards you with a wry smile. Ah, Elita, I was hoping you'd drop by. There's something I wanted to share with you before heavyweight matches begin. Come on in. The kittens have taken their new home, in case you're wondering. Still, I can tell they miss Hector, the poor things. There's the kittens. Hiya, kitties. I've asked Honey and the others to come as well. Before they arrive, let's have a quick refresher of the situation. During your cruiserweight campaign, we managed to convince several fighters to retire from the ring, not least of all Red Sarah, who was already afflicted with psychonecrosis. There was one who couldn't be persuaded though, the Brute Bomber. I myself developed symptoms of psychonecrosis after Europe ambushed us. I got a little carried away, using a feral soul to stop her. There was a glimmer of hope when Naomi discovered the existence of a cure, but it was dashed when the President took her and Eutrope hostage. He wouldn't allow us to deviate from his script. But an unexpected turn, the President himself was aware of the cure, the drop of life, and he said he'd divulge his location if you become the Grand Champion. How did he learn all this? Where did he get this information? I've never met the man, so he's a complete mystery to me. That's why I wanted to gather everyone, in order to form a better picture of who we're dealing with. Hello, my dears. We let ourselves in through the back. You never know who's watching after all. Hey, hey! What's the occasion? We having a retirement party or something? Sorry, Han, but I haven't met the President in the flesh either. He only called me a few times to give instructions, and it wasn't him, but Meetam, who came to recruit me as one of my performances. Well, he recruited me and Hector in person. All contact afterwards was via communicator. He speaks solely about business, never private matters. Same with me, I'm afraid. Dunson Green, on the other hand, is well acquainted with the man. After a fashion, the geezer has a love for the theatrical. As a performer myself, we quickly hit it off, and often had debates about the best way to engage the audience. Well, I believe the key is making folks feel good. He insists they need to feel a measure of discomfort, and that's the job of a heel. 'Tis when the loathsome are laid low that the audience knows the highest high, and the fighters burn brightest, he'd always say. That sort of poetic justice has appeal, I admit. For proof, you'll need to look no further than the frenetic crowds at the Blue Bombers matches. Whatever else the President may be, he's a goddamn good showman. Right, the President's personal life. All I know is he traces his ancestry to Lindblom. Lindblom? That's where the simulacrum for the regeneration factor was apparently researched. Well, what do you know? Unfortunately, I never got the opportunity to hear more about his past. The last time I saw the old man was 3 years ago. 3 years ago. That would be around the time that Meetum approached Honey. I wonder if something happened to the president that kept him from appearing in public. But with the limited knowledge we have, we can only speculate. So even between all of us, we hardly know anything about the president. Our player remains Elita, becoming Grand Champion. Only then will the president share the cure's whereabouts. And if he goes back on his word, we can threaten to reveal the truth about the immortalized to the public. If all else fails, then we do have the hand. But if we're to use it, we must first rescue Eutrope and Uroni. So, as not to endanger them, the plan will need to be discreet and foolproof, and I could use everyone's help. Can I count on you all? I'm offended you thought you had to ask. Of course you can count on us. We'll save Yana's sisters and give that rotten president a piece of our minds. I got along with the old man well enough, but I had no idea about his shenanigans. Art and entertainment shouldn't come at the cost of those who make it. Ain't that right, Sugar? Thank you all so much. With everyone's cooperation, we'll work to free my sisters while Elita continues her campaign to become Grand Champion. It goes without saying, but I'll continue supporting you as your second. Together we'll carve a path through the heavyweight division. It seems we all have our tasks. The rest of us will begin exploring ways to rescue the girls at once. So, there's about to be an Arcadian broadcast. It's a regular program intended for fans, so it might not help much with your preparation, but it couldn't hurt to give it a watch. Fans of the fight and connoisseurs of combat, I bid you welcome to another edition of the Arcadian Hour. For today's special guest, we have the heavyweight fighter who shall soon face the unenhanced upstart Elita in the ring. The devilishly divine dominatrix, Vamp Fatale. As indicated by her appellation, Elita has climbed her way up the ranks without the use of a feral soul. Should this upstart rise to become Grand Champion, they would be able to do as they please with the Arcadian Soul Repository, and it seems they intend to release all the souls. This would fundamentally alter the Arcadion, leaving it a championship of unenhanced fighters. What are your thoughts on this? Don't make me laugh. The upstart would only bore us to death. Our fans crave spectacular battles that will blow them away, and you simply can't get that without feral souls. So saith the lady, but what do you, the people, actually think? We hit the streets to find out. Fight without feral souls? What would even be the point? This is the Arcadian we're talking about. If I can't watch a muscular woman imbued with a beast's soul squeeze the life out of her enemies like she's making juice, I'm not interested. Hello! The unenhanced warrior? Just a novelty, I reckon. Here to drum up excitement for the championship. It was interesting at first, I'll admit, but the act has gotten old, and everyone's had enough of it. I know I have. Frankly, I despise the upstart. She forced the Howling Blade to retire with that outrageous wager, for one thing. We don't need some outsider barging in and running roughshod over our traditions. Leave the Arcadian alone, you hear me? Leave the Arcadian alone. See? No one wants her pathetic excuse for entertainment. Huh, that's odd. There should have been some interviewees who supported Elita as well. Or perhaps not? You're next, darling. You've been a naughty, naughty girl. And I'm going to give you the punishment you deserve. Darn them. They clearly only showed the interviews that served the president's agenda. I'm sorry you had to see that, Elita. But you have plenty of supporters out there, and that's the honest truth. Forgive our sudden intrusion, but after the broadcast just now, we simply couldn't sit still. You're my hero, miss. I'll keep cheering you on, so please don't give up. There are many of us who feel the same. We believe in you, and we wanted you to know that. I get nervous whenever I watch you fight, but at the same time I'm inspired, giving courage. I don't get that from fighters who use feral souls. That's right, and don't forget, souls weren't even used in the Arcadian in the beginning. I bet the other fighters could also put on a thrilling show without enhancing themselves. Battles with feral souls are a spectacle, there's no denying that. But by the same token, it feels artificial. Your fights, on the other hand, are as real as it gets, and it fires me up like nothing else. So keep your head held high, and keep fighting the good fight in the heavyweight division. Please, let me join your gym. I want to become a fighter just like Elita. Well now, we'd be glad to have such an enthusiastic trainee. I must warn you, though, that the training isn't easy. Why don't you come back with your parents for a tour first? Aww. See, you have quite the following. Even if there aren't any more feral souls, it doesn't spell the end of the Arcadian. Many people admire and support you, and it's for them as well that you fight. Once I'm cured, I'd love to come out of retirement and fight unenhanced myself, and I believe the others feel the same. Is that so? Alright, we'll be there. This is it, Elita. The heavyweight matches are beginning. Meatham's asked us to meet him at the green room as usual. God, why do I have to be such a stubby little bitch? It's like dominating, like, succubus. Let's see, it is there. Into the Arcadian, yes. I'm gonna give him some choice words about those interviews. It's good to see you again, my friends. How have you been? We've been better. What's the big idea with the broadcast? I'm sorry, but it was the President's orders. It was all I could do to drop a hint that there were other opinions. The mass retirement in the Cruiserweight division has left the President feeling threatened. Whatever he may have said before, he's eager to be rid of you. On that matter, it's no use trying to convince the heavyweight fighters to quit. They've all been informed about their psychonecrosis and choose to continue fighting of their own volition. That's because they've been told that if they can defeat you, they will be able to use your soul to cure their affliction. That bastard and his low tricks. Victory is your only way through this. So what anger you have, I suggest you channel it into the ring, as you did before. I have no doubt that you will make your mark in the heavyweight division as well. Oh god. How am I gonna win this fight against this, like, The breath taker. By the look in her eyes, Yana still smolders with rage. Just when I think I've seen it all with the President, he comes up with another underhand move. If what Meatham says is true, we've little hope of convincing your opponents to quit. There's nothing for it but to stay the course then. While you fight to become Grand Champion, we trust in the others to rescue my sisters. If we can get the drop of life's whereabouts from President in the end, we'll be able to save everyone. Right then, let's take a look at your first heavyweight opponent. Van Vital, whom you had the displeasure of seeing in the broadcast earlier. Or the pleasure. She's a fiendish fighter who harnesses the soul of the Desmodont, a giant bat whose power allows her to suck the life out of her opponents. Ah, this music! Her biggest claim to infamy, though, is the fact that she's a sadist. Inflicting pain brings her pleasure, and her ring is filled with apparatuses for that purpose. Mind your surroundings out there, or you'll become her plaything. God damn it! Remember, you have plenty of fans who believe in you, so believe it yourself and show them the strength of the unenhanced warrior. Now get out there, give Van Vital what for, and claim your first heavyweight victory. Oh my god, that music! Ah! You might not be aware, but Van Vital and Honey are bitter rivals. They snipe at each other constantly, and when they fought in an open weight bout, it was ugly. Heavyweight M1. Let's go! Where's my food? There we go. Come on! I wanna play! Ain't no going back, no going back. This life left you inside. I'll suffocate if that's what it takes. 1,000 men who cast me aside, turn their backs and leave me to die. You can try, but I will survive. In my eyes, and I know you'll understand someday. I'm losing what's left of me. Made up my mind, now there ain't no going back. Made up my mind, now my heart's demanding. I'm ready to fight till there's one left standing. Tonight, lightning will strike, thunder will fall. You're gonna give it all to me, to me, to me, to me. I gotta believe you'll set me free. Come on, 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 come on. I want to play, I want to play, I want to play. Give me play. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, DPS, DPS, come on, come on, DPS. You can do it, you can do it. We just need 3 DPS to join. 3 DPS, come on, come on. Let's go, let's go. Oh my god, I'm just way too excited and hyper right now. It's like, ah! What has Sugar Right drawn here? Looks like a couple of ghosties, I think. Oh, there we go. I just had to pay attention to something else for it to pop.
Will you cry out in pleasure or pain?
Feast your eyes on the lovely and lethal Femme Fatale! Will the challenger fall prey to the cruel mistress?
This is my show. I will hear you scream.
A wicked weapon. Femme Fatale poised to execute a fatality.
You will become a slave.
Not fast enough, I'm afraid.
This is just the beginning. My faithful minions, give me your ether!
It's begun! She's draining the audience of their ether.
All of you will feed me.
Time to tell to unleash the ether. The challenger's in her realm now.
You are a stubborn one, but it is not too late to beg for mercy.
The spectacle of slaughter resumes. How will the challenger adapt? It's a veritable rain of death. Who knew they'd be felled with a vengeance? They're up! What fighting spirit! And they're down. Can they recover from this?
Such insolence I have never known. More! I need more ether!
She's draining the crowd's ether again! I hope our dear spectators are feeling all right.
In pain lies pleasure.
She's unleashed even more ether! How will this end? in action. Can they turn the tide?
On your knees, damn you!
You are done, Missy. The dominatrix has been dominated.
Is decided. Victory goes to the challenger. It's all over. Until next time.
So that's one set of booties. And there it is, your first heavyweight victory. I never doubted you for a moment, Elita, and I'm sure you heard them, but the audience was going absolutely wild. You did. Daring devils. Yana appears to have something on her mind. Now then, there's a bit of time before the next bout. That's because your opponent originally would have been none other than Wicked Thunder, Eutrope. For reasons we know all too well, they have to call up a replacement, and who that is hasn't been decided yet. So let's head back to the gym for now. With some luck, Red Sahara has made some progress on the rescue. How dreadful. That's the boy from before. What could be the matter? Hey now, what's wrong? Your chip! They wrecked it! What? The kitties! Who? Why? Hey there, kitty cat. We made ourselves at home while you were out. You're the ones who did this? We heard this was the unenhanced cook's haunt, so we decided to drop by to say hello. What have we here? It's a dynamic duo who have taken tag team matches by storm, the Extremes. Could they be Elita's next opponents? The unenhanced warrior is a single specialist though, so I expect she will be pitted against only one of them. Which brother will it be that takes to the ring? The older cool and collected deep blue, or the younger fierce and fiery hot red? It'll be both of us naturally. We don't work any other way. Don't worry though. We'll tag in and out, so it'll be a fair fight. You're cool with that, right? Come at me together if you like, if that's the only way you can win. Big words, big shot. But we wouldn't break the rules, right, bro? We wouldn't. But don't we always... No, we wouldn't. Oh, that was meant to be a secret. Not another word out of you. You've had a good ride so far, Cook, but it won't go so smooth for you on our turf. You're gonna wipe out and wipe out hard. And there you have it, your next opponents. Please see that your preparations and come to the green room, and I'm sorry for this awful mess. There was nothing I could do to prevent it. This isn't a good time for a tour, I'm afraid. Would you mind coming back after I've sorted things out? Those bastards did a real number. Wait, where are the Kivens? They're safe, thankfully. They sensed the danger and fled upstairs. Oh, thank goodness. I actually arrived earlier and witnessed them in the act. I was furious and wanted to stop them, but I feared it would draw the President's attention. Forgive me. I have news. We found a promising lead on Naonia and Eutrop's whereabouts. Truly? One of Honey's devoted fans and employee of Ascension Arcadia, and he divulged the details of security at the company complex. Thanks to him, we now know that right after your sisters were kidnapped, they curiously doubled the watch in a certain area. According to Green, it's a plushy reception hall used to entertain important guests. In all likelihood, that's where the girls are being held. While security is tight, we have a plan to create an opening and mount a rescue. Sugar will use her magics and cause a commotion, which I'll exploit to sneak inside. That's quite a daring strategy, but I have faith that you can pull it off. We will carry out the mission during your next match. If you do what you do best and put on a good show, the attention you draw to the ring would be only aid our cause. You can count on me. So, you'll be pitted against the Extremes next. It reminds me of my own time fighting as a tag team with Hector when we were still no-name newcomers. What? Why have I never heard about this? Our signature move was the ultimate Mega Boom kick. Hector would encase me in flames and send me flying at our opponents. Not only did it look impressive, it had some kick to it as well. Pardon the pun. Alas, we hardly drew any spectators, so management disbanded our team. We were still trying to find our place back then. But getting back to the present. Like all tag teams, the Extremes will unleash powerful, coordinated attacks. Take care when you face them. Well, I suppose we better head back to the green room. The mess can wait for now. God damn them scaring the poor kittens. Let us enter the Arcadia. Right, let's take a closer look at your opponents. Red Hat and Deep Blue, who formed the popular tag team, the Extremes. They were originally professional surfers who rose to fame with their feats at Solutions 9's artificial wave pool. The brothers harness the souls of storm divers, great lizards capable of manipulating the elements to perform dangerous techniques. As you can probably guess, Deep Blue commands water, while Red Hot wields flames. I say brothers, but they're obviously not related by blood. It's just part of their gimmick. Having said that, they do make a fearsome team. To echo Red Sahara, you'll need to be ready for their coordinated attacks. Once you've dealt with them, you'll be just one battle away from becoming Grand Champion. So get out there and give those gym wreckers what for. We'll see who's the one who wipes out. God, another banger of a song. The Arcadian has some of the best songs. It's like, oh my god, like they're just so awesome. The brothers love to perform outrageous stunts, and one time they used up so many souls to revive themselves. They were roundly criticized for squandering resources, which is to reiterate the need to be careful. Their recklessness makes them all the more dangerous. Time for M2. Doop, doop. To the top, I did all so I thought, traded tomorrow forever, and found the price too high. Gave up was taking, counting down to no amount of time. Why did it stop? That was life before its final line of cross. Getting back to this, let's see, let's have a wee look. Right, so that's... I guess that's like paint things. What are those at the top? There's like fly swatters or something? Am I supposed to be looking that way, or is it this way I'm meant to look at it? No, I think those are meant to be eyes. Okay, so I need a second pair of hologreaves and then just accessories after that. Chocobo! Look!
On waves and flames they ride, the deadly duo, the extremes!
Oh, they look cute. Oh. Monster boys! Cute monster boys!
This will be a tag team match of extreme proportions.
I can handle you alone.
My word, such scorn for the challenger. Oh, fearsome flames beset the ring ablaze.
I ride the inferno.
The flames are spreading. At this rate, the challenger will be trapped.
I'll wipe you out. Hey, save some fun for me.
Deep Blue's lost his cool. He's tagging in.
If there ain't a wave to ride, just make one yourself.
Good gods, what an enormous wave!
Oh god, that's the wave.
Bet you've never seen anything this gnarly.
Both brothers have entered the ring. Oh, that's grounds for disqualification.
They don't fight alone either, so it's only fair. The extremes fight as one.
It seems the referee is allowing it. It's double trouble for the challenger.
We're just getting started. Hey, check out this smooth teamwork.
The brothers have triggered a fusion explosion! Truly, they're deadly. down. Can they recover from this?
Bet you've never seen anything this gnarly. I ride the Inferno. You're going down! If there ain't a wave to ride, just make one yourself. Bet you've never seen anything this gnarly. I'm not finished with you yet!
Damn, that was cool. Oh.
The match is decided! Victory goes to the challenger! It's all over. Until next time.
That's the one I need to get. No, I didn't get it. You did it again, Elita. Even together, the brothers were no match for you. Yeah, seeing you humble those smug thugs really made my day. Serves them right for making a mess of my gym. Challenger and champion. Satisfaction is writ plain on Yana's face. With this, you've earned your title shot against the Grand Champion. You'll need to be more prepared than ever for that bout. But for now, a good rest is in order. Let's head back to the gym. First Vamp Vital, and now both the extremes at once. You're incredible. I knew you'd beat those bullies, Elita. You looked so cool out there. Yeah! It ain't over till it's over. How will you fare when you have no simulacra at your disposal? Cowards. What? Honorless curs! You're a blight upon the Arcadion! Begone from my sight! It's the tyrant! What's the Grand Champion doing here? Put up your weapon, Challenger. A true warrior does not engage her opponent outside the sacred ring. I am the Grand Champion of the Ascension Arcadia Championship. And I know all about you, upstart. You think yourself a babyface who brings change, but to me, you're a heel who would tear down our traditions. That's right, you're nothing but a villain. If you are resolved to destroy the Arcadian as we know it, it is only meet that you understand how it came to be. Listen well. It all began with the president's ancestor. The man was a noble in the kingdom of Lidboom, known for his love and patronage for the theatrical arts. When the storm surge came to a head, he was forced to flee his homeland. For years he wandered in endless wastes until in desperation he sought refuge here, in the enemy nation of Alexandria. To his great surprise, the Alexandrians welcomed him with open arms, and in the sight of them toiling in hand to build new lives, he saw a vision of that ancient paradise of myth, Arcadia. He longed to repay the kindness he had received, and at length found answer in the fighting contest that the people enjoyed in secret as a diversion. Using the riches he had brought with him, he created a new form of entertainment, one that blends thrilling fights with gripping theatrics. Thus was the Arcadian born. Alas, it did not endure in its original iteration. As survival grew more challenging, it became increasingly difficult to host matches. Eventually, they ceased to be held altogether, and the Arcadian was all but forgotten. The years passed. Advancements in electrope brought stability, and the advent of soul technology, a sense of security. For the first time in generations, Alexandrians experienced tedium. Wishing to provide the excitement they craved, the president revived the Arcadian and held matches that pitted recreated simulacra against each other. And when the people clamored for fiercer fights, he satisfied them by introducing the use of feral souls. In this way did the Arcadian rise up to become the premier form of entertainment in Alexandria and a pillar of our culture. This is the Arcadian's history, the legacy that lives on in the sacred halls. This is what you seek to destroy. Feral souls are the very soul of we fighters, and we will not allow an outsider to dictate our culture and take them from us. Hear, hear! All hail the tyrant, the one true king of the Arcadian! Feral souls obfuscate the true splendor of battle. Exactly! More than a spectacle, I want to see a real fight. That's where the excitement lies. You may have garnered attention for fighting unenhanced, but in the end, you are not more than a heel, intended to create excitement. It is your fate to fail. As you saw for yourself, the tyrant's a force to be reckoned with, even when not using a feral soul. What's more, as Grand Champion, he has free access to the soul repository and can choose the best soul for each opponent. That makes it hard to offer advice. If only we knew which soul he'd use, we'd have something to work with. Anyway, let's get back to the gym. I'm anxious how the rescue mission went. I need to fix this, because it's fallen down. There we go, that's better. Now move that slightly over that way, there we go. So I'm more in the screen, because I think I was slightly out of the screen sometimes. I don't see the kitties anymore. No. Rest Sahara and the others haven't returned yet. I hope they're alright. Hey! Yana! Naomi. Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry. We weren't able to rescue you, Trope. We found Naomi in the reception hall, but there was no sign of you, Trope, and no time to search for her. The kidnappers removed Eutrope's regulator when they abducted us, and then they took her somewhere else. Removed her regulator? Oh no. That's what they do to the immortalized. Come on now, don't lose heart yet. Times like this, you gotta keep on grooving. Have some tact, will you? We're talking about their sister. No, he's right. Now isn't the time to be fearing the worst. It's already a blessing that Naomi is safe and sound. Still, I doubt the President will sit idly by in response. I worry that what he might do next. You can rest easy on that front. We actually have a collaborator on the inside. Meet him. We approached him without expectation, and were pleasantly surprised when he agreed to help. He's contrived it to make it so that the President doesn't learn of our foray in a hurry. Furthermore, Meetum has an idea where Eutrope might be. He promised he would see her safely returned. Meetum did all that? Perhaps I misjudged him. Can we really trust him? I feel uneasy too, to be honest. But right now, we don't have any other choice but to trust him. Oh, right! I have some good news too. While I was locked away in the reception hall, I was able to access a terminal and retrieve some useful information. That is, the Tyrant's data. In the upcoming match, he intends to use the soul of a behemoth. Naomi, that's amazing. Elita will have a much better chance now thanks to you. I expect the preparations for the match will be finished soon, so let's head to the Arcadian. We can discuss the fight in detail there. It'll be over soon. Once Eutropa has been freed and you've become Grand Champion, no one will fight with feral souls again, and those afflicted with psychonecrosis can be cured. As before, we're counting on you, Elita. We'll all be praying for your triumph. Yay! Leave it to me. I got this. Kitties! Oh! Pew, pew! It seems Palm wants to join you. Perhaps she thinks Hector will be at the Arcadion. Maybe she just wants to cheer on Elita as well. Let's bring her along, eh? Sure. Come, kitty! If the president is descended from Limbum nobility, it makes sense that he knows about the cure for psychonecrosis. If you can defeat the tyrant, then we can save everyone. An image comes to me. You're being crowned Grand Champion, and everyone you've saved is all there celebrating. Anxious about the title match? You got this, baby. Just relax and enjoy yourself, and before you know it, you'll be dancing the night away at your victory party. The Arcadion is Alexandria's biggest stage, and I'm counting on your victory to make a dazzling comeback. Don't let me down, or I shall have to sting you. While we trust in Meetum to keep his word, you must focus wholly on the title match. Become the Grand Champion, Elita, and free all the souls in the repository, for Hector not least of all. Do 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 do. Pump! Yow! Right, let's make our way to the Arcadion. Given the huge publicity surrounding the match, there's bound to be some fans along the way. Why not take a moment to talk to them? I expect they'll have some words of encouragement for you. Next time you walk these streets, you'll be the Grand Champion, I'm sure of it. Meow meow! Judging by her spirited mewing, Palm is eager to get to the Arcadion. Alright, so 3 destinations, let's go. My son and I will be preparing for your victory with all our hearts. You can do it, Elita. You can beat the tyrant and become the Grand Champion. When I grow up, I'm going to become a fighter like you. Then we can form a tag team together and teach the bad guys a lesson. You can do it, Elita. You can beat the tyrant and become the Grand Champion. Elita, I can't believe your heavyweight match is already happening. I have every faith you'll win and usher in a new era for the Arcadion. Now that we're connected to the outside world, our society has begun to change. It's only natural the Arcadian changes as well. I have faith that you'll win and change the Arcadian for the better. I'll be cheering for you, Elita. The unstoppable expert is speaking to me. What an honor this is. Truth be told, I lost someone dear to me in the recent attacks. But as I was wallowing in grief, I saw you facing your foes entirely unenhanced, and it gave me the courage to carry on. And I'm not the only one either. There are many others like me who are inspired by your unfaltering figure in the ring. And to see you become Grand Champion would be the greatest inspiration of all. Hearing from the fans really fires you up, doesn't it? They inspire you as much as you inspire them. Come on, let's continue to the green room. You've inspired me and many with your courage, Elita. If you become Grand Champion, that would be the greatest inspiration of all. Next time you walk these streets, you'll be Grand Champion, I'm sure of it.
Meow meow!
Judging by her spirit of mood, Pomp is eager to get to the Arcadian. Let's go! We've been awaiting your arrival, Elita. And this is... She wants to cheer Elita on. That's not a problem, is it? No, certainly not. If you would please follow me. No! Palm used forms only at the door. Iron Fist. Yana is ready to introduce the Grand Champion. Well, here we finally are. The heavyweight title match. I'm starting to feel a little nervous, I have to admit. Kitty. Seems she wants to find her master. Just like Red Sahara said, it's heartbreaking. Right, better focus. I suppose this'll be the last time for this, but let's take a look at your opponent. The reigning Grand Champion of the Arcadian, the Tyrant. Prior to becoming a fighter, he was a peerless hunter renowned for his mastery of weaponry. In the ring, he wields an arsenal of arms and freely switches between them as the situation demands. Based on the information Naomi found, he'll be using the soul of a behemoth, a feral beast that possesses terrible strength and magics. In addition to powerful physical attacks, He'll unleash devastating whirlwinds and meteors. More than ever, you'll have to take care. Now go out there and win one last time. Claim the title and usher in a new era for the Arcadion. One where lives aren't sacrificed for entertainment. As your second, there is nothing left for me to do but cheer you on to victory, which I'm sure we'll be celebrating very soon. Tom mused forlornly at the door. I might be enjoying these songs. Okay. And the cat getting kind of wiggly, 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 Lisa. If I can get a second one of those, then it's just 2 accessories I need to get. Hello.
At long last, the decisive match against a grand champion! Will the challenger triumph and seize the tyrant's throne?
First, I shall take your measure. Show me your footwork.
Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach. Oh, even I felt that. Can't afford to be careless now.
How about this?
A direct hit, but they're still standing.
Behold, the essence of martial mastery.
Absolute brutality! The champion's power is unmatched.
There is much more to come.
Because the swords across, that's an AoE So I understand now.
Oh, the challenger's holding their own.
It has been a long time since I've enjoyed myself so.
Oh, it's tyranny time, folks. He knows no mercy, and he's never tasted defeat.
Please stop following me.
No more holding back. Prepare yourself, unenhanced warrior.
I beg your pardon? What is he going to do with all those weapons? Such ferocity! The champion is ruthless indeed!
My reign is absolute. I will not lose.
The tyrant altered his form. He looks even more tyrannical than before.
Oh? Is he looking sexier?
Know the folly of challenging me unenhanced.
goes up.
I will not yield my throne!
Double.
What a display of power! He's unleashed the full might of the behemoth!
Now fall!
Oh, he split the ring in half. We're going to need urgent repairs. Oh dear, the challenger's fallen out of the ring.
Come on, LB.
And now he's thrown the ring. What absurd
God
strength!
damn it, I just got everyone up.
Ahem, the ring shall presently be restored. At long last, the decisive match against the Grand Champion! Will the challenger triumph and seize the tyrant's throne?
First, I shall take your measure. Show me your footwork.
What's he got in his hand? An axe. Do we move away from that?
Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach.
What's he got this time? A scythe, so we move in.
Another attack evaded with aplomb.
How about this?
He has a sword, so you can do the crop.
Behold, the essence of martial mastery.
Absolute brutality! The champion's power is unmatched.
There is much more to come.
Oh, the challengers holding their own.
It has been a long time since I've enjoyed myself so.
So you can do the crop.
time, folks. He knows no mercy, and he's never tasted defeat.
No more holding back. Prepare yourself, unenhanced warrior.
I beg your pardon? What is he going to do with all those weapons? Such ferocity! The champion is ruthless indeed!
My reign is absolute! I will not lose!
The tyrant altered his form! He looks even more tyrannical than before!
Know the folly of challenging me unenhanced. Yield my throne!
What a display of power! He's unleashed the full might of the behemoth!
Now, fall!
Oh, he split the ring in half. We're going to need urgent repairs. And now he's thrown the ring. What absurd strength! Hand, the ring shall presently be restored. Either side can come out on top!
The power of feral souls makes the Arcadian what it is!
That was fun.
The match is decided!
Oh,
your very
the weapons
eyes,
are around the
new
edges.
Grand Champion is born!
I love the effort they put into the arenas.
It's all over. Until next time.
I don't think there is any boots here. There we go. Elita has deposed the tyrant to rise up as the Grand Champion. Oh, what brings the referee out now? I'm pleased to see I was not mistaken about you. That voice, it's the President! None other. Though this is obviously not my true form. I am in my quarters on the uppermost floor. A deal's a deal. Tell us where the drop of life is. It is here with me. Come, I shall give it to you. You have earned a personal audience. The drop of life? I haven't the faintest what this is about, but I'd better take a camera to capture these events. What is that monstrosity? The Lindworm, legendary serpent of Eld and namesake of my homeland. By infusing myself with its soul, I have come to assume this form. The President has become this terrifying creature? And those people, why they're the immortalized? Eutrope! Mimaitum, why is she... You promised you would save her. I'm truly sorry, but it seems he was one step ahead of us. You have served me well, Meetum, but I have long been aware of your duplicity. Arrayed behind me are all the fighters who have been immortalized. With each feral transformation, their souls were ravaged until they ultimately met their demise. A pitiable fate. They shall make a fitting audience for the final act, here in this faithfully recreated Lindblom Theatre. To use the bodies of the departed as decoration, this is pure depravity. People of Alexandria, in my mission to bring you ever more thrilling entertainment, I have given my very body and soul. I acquired the power of the mighty Lindworm, and then sought to create fighters who could offer me fierce contest. Alas, all died prematurely, taken by a soul-consuming affliction. But at last they may know peace, for the one I have long awaited has appeared. With the actors thus assembled, the greatest show in Arcadian history may finally begin. In feverish highs shall all sorrow and tedium be swept away. This is unconscionable. How could the President do such a thing simply for entertainment? Unenhanced warrior, know that you have merely become heavyweight champion. If you wish to be crowned the true Grand Champion, you must now defeat me. I'll send you slithering back to your hole. That's the spirit. See to it you spare no preparation. Nothing short of perfection will suffice for our performance. A shocking truth has been revealed, and the final match has been set. How will this harrowing tale conclude? Oh, shivers. To think that the fighters were dying from using feral souls. Just because we wanted thrills? The Arcadian was my escape, but if I had known the price for it... If this is the way it is, then our only hope is for the unstoppable upstart to win. That's right. Let's all cheer her on against the evil president. You trope. Not you too, you taupe. Not you too. Glory incarnate. Yana is beside herself with grief. Deep down, I'd feared we might be too late. I'd steeled myself for the worst, but the reality was too much to bear. When I saw how the President has exploited my sister and all those others, I tried to use a feral soul without thinking. I want nothing more than to fight with you, but I know I'd only hold you back. And I'd be a fool to tempt fate again with a feral soul. In his twisted mind, the President might think this is just a show, but to me this is a reckoning. For you, Trope, and all the fallen fighters, bring that monster to justice, Elita. This lindworm is a complete mystery, so I can't offer you any meaningful advice. But you're the Grand Champion for a reason, Elita. You've bested every opponent you've faced, and I'm sure you can best this fiend too. Meow! This time. Ooh, instant pop. Damn!
It's the shocking true face of the villainous president, the mighty serpent of yore, the Lindworm!
Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Option, light it up. Heart is pounding out my chest, the blood boils inside me.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion! His arm has a life of its own! Is this the power of the mythical Lindworm?
Oh god, what's it doing?
His arm is slithering out! Oh, that's disgusting! Watch out! That is one cruel coil! Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach. That. Can't afford to be careless now.
What's it gonna be?
His arms are snaking round the ring. What's he planning?
Oh shit!
Oh dear, the challenger's going out of the ring. And they're back in action. Can they turn the tide? Oh no! The gore has lashed onto the champion! Don't panic!
What the hell?
Another attack evaded with applause.
Holy shit, this fight's awesome.
The president must pay for his crimes. Give him what for, champion. His arm has a life of its own. Is this the power of the mythical Lidwa?
That was going to the left or right side.
His arm is slithering out. Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh shit, I was out with that.
Watch out! That is one cruel coil. Once again, they slip beyond their opponent's reach. They've been struck with venom, but they can weather it. They must.
You're going little head. You're gonna go that way.
Another attack evaded with applause. His arms are snaking round the ring. What's he planning? The gore has lashed onto the champion! Don't panic! And they're back in action! Can they turn the tide?
Something seems wrong.
What the? Could the Lindworm's regeneration be out of control? The Lindworm's completely healed! What outrageous regenerative power! Is there no limit to its regenerative capacity? Unbelievable! The champion's done it! The president has been defeated!
Damn, that was crazy. Holy moly, that was awesome though. That was awesome. I enjoyed that very thoroughly. That was very fun. I enjoyed that so much. What we got? Grooving Green. Do I get those? Yes, I do. Good. You did it, Elita, just as I thought you would. Now tell us where the drop of life is. We won't allow anyone else to die. That which you seek lies before you. The ether yielded by Lindworm's heart is the stimulant for the regeneration factor. Now set aside your grief, for Eutrope and the other fighters have not perished. Everyone can still be saved, except the President. What? Everything has been part of the President's plan to produce the cure to psychonecrosis. When the first fighter was diagnosed with the disease, the President was utterly shaken. He cursed himself for ever introducing the use of feral souls. Determined to find a cure, he turned to a treasure that had been passed down through his line, the egg of a lindworm, a creature known for its phenomenal regenerative abilities. After much experimentation, he ultimately extracted the soul of an unborn beast and took it into himself, and so he transformed into a monstrosity possessed of preternatural regeneration. He sadly could not use his power to heal others. To make matters worse, That power meant he was forever locked in its serpentine form. So it was that he was forced to confine himself to the mausoleum. For a small blessing, his regulators still allowed him to control over the Arcadion's devices, and he could remotely operate machinery. That was how he was able to make contact with me and convey his intent, to sacrifice himself and have the cure made from his heart. Alas, the Lindworm was too powerful. Even the Tyrant proved no match, and the Arcadian remained in operation, as the search continued for a warrior capable of defeating him. Those fighters who developed psychonecrosis had to be retired and put into a deep sleep, a cold stasis to keep the disease at bay until they could be cured. It was for this reason that Eutrope was kidnapped. The president lamented subjecting more souls to the disease, but for want of other solutions, he could only press on with his plan. If that's the truth, then why didn't you tell us? The president was nothing if not a showman. He dedicated his regrets, his desires for atonement, and indeed his very life to bring greater thrills to the masses. In doing so, he would promote fiercer competition and give rise to stronger fighters, one of whom he hoped would rise up to challenge him. It was to keep the competition running that the disease was kept secret, and though many fighters showed promise, it seemed as though none would ever transcend the Tyrant. That is, until you appeared. From the moment he saw you, the president was certain that you'd be the one to defeat him. All he needed to do was spur you on, and to do so, he cast you as a rebel who would tear down the Arcadion, and himself as the greatest heel it has ever known. A man couldn't help but turn everything into a spectacle. It's so absurd, one can't help but admire it. So this entire time, we've been puppets in the president's play. Confound it, he's already recovered. We'll help too. It's no good. Everybody, listen up. The questions can wait. Right now, I need you all to channel me your ether. Use it, Elita. Our combined power! We need to finish him now. You fought well, champion. Leave the rest to us. The President confided in us long ago. We've been acting according to his instructions. It was my duty to serve as the Challenger's final test. And to ensure their hands would not be sullied. It was the battle of a lifetime. Even without feral souls, the Arcadians' future is bright. Hector, I thought you were gone, that you died after becoming that fiend. I thought the same, but then I woke up and I was myself again. Meetum explained everything after that. The President had given me less potent souls for the bout, and then his people restored me back to normal. I've been resting in the Arcadians' infirmary ever since. But when I saw what was happening on the broadcast, nothing could keep me from coming to help. I might have pushed myself too hard. Forgot I had this little disease. Right, we should move everyone to the infirmary immediately and have the cure created. I shall personally tend to matters from here. Every soul will be saved. I give you my word. I have to say I'm a mite miffed that Brute Bomber stole the spotlight, but I'm glad everyone is safe. Try not to encourage the verdant dancer. He's already insufferably smug enough as it is. Heh, I had a feeling it would play out like this. For all his quirks, I knew the old man couldn't have truly been a villain. I watched the broadcast from start to finish. You were absolutely amazing, Elita. Though it's taken some time, you've inspired me to change my view towards souls. Like Yana, I've decided to remove my regulator as well. By the way, some people from Arcadian dropped by early to apologize for the President's deception. They've even helped fix up the gym. It's been quite a whirlwind of events, but it seems the worst is over. All that remains is to pray that everyone is cured. Sometime later. I am pleased to say the treatment was effective. Everyone has made a full recovery from psychonecrosis. symptoms are completely gone. I feel like myself again thanks to the cure, and of course to you as well, Elita. Iana has told me all. Words do not suffice to show my gratitude, but please accept my thanks. Yeah, mine too. I owe you one. Before setting off for their homes, the heavyweight fighters and those who were in stasis also expressed their heartfelt gratitude for you. And it'd be remiss of me not to do the same. Thank you, Elita. I, meanwhile, must apologize to everyone. Though it was to conceal the President's plan, the fact remains that I deceived you. I am truly sorry. You need to be punished. Oh dear, have mercy, I beg you. The fighters are all hale and whole. Surely you can find it in your heart to forgive me. Sorry, I was a tease. In the end, everything is as the President had hoped. Whatever he is now, he too would doubtless be overjoyed. He sacrificed himself to save us all, another debt I can never repay. The President actually had one last wish, that those who still bear love for the Arcadian, even after everything, continue to fight and bring excitement to the fans. Heh, he really had us all figured out. It's as if we're still just dancing in the palm of his hand. Lest you wander, I've arranged for the souls in the repositories to be set free as you desired. Never again shall feral souls be wielded in the Arcadion. From now on, matches will only be fought between unenhanced warriors. The upstart's revolution was a success. This means, however, that there are none at present who could offer you a contest. Until their fighters have become strong enough, I am afraid we won't have any matches for you. I was looking forward to defending my title. I think I speak for everyone when I say I'd love to face you unenhanced. I won't stop training until I'm ready. Now then, there is to be a crowning ceremony for the new Grand Champion. Naturally, it can't begin without you, so pray come to the green room at your earliest convenience. Oh. This is sweet. Very endearing. Alright, let's go to the green room and finish off this quest. And then I can actually eat after that. The ceremony will be held in the very ring we fought in. It wasn't all that long ago, yet somehow it feels like an age. But come, everyone's already out there waiting. Make sure you're dressed for the occasion, because all of Alexandria will be watching. My fellow citizens, we are gathered to recognize a new grand champion in the Arcadian, an unstoppable force of nature who tore through every obstacle in their way. Please join me in welcoming this radiant star to the stage. The woman who boldly ushered in revolution the unenhanced yet undefeated queen of the Arcadian, Elita Draconia! Hold it right there. It's a farce that you're a grand champion. I refuse to accept it. Oh my, the brute bomber has barged into Elita's ceremony again. Does the man never learn? I demand a rematch. Just you and me, unenhanced. Not so fast. Watching you get tossed aside by Elita would hardly be entertaining. I'll be your opponent. Black Cal has leapt into the ring. I dare say this should be an even match. With the president no longer with us, it falls to my humble self to authorize matches. And on this occasion, I am pleased to approve an impromptu exhibition. Let this be the clash to christen the Arcadian's rebirth. She's the claw that gleams in Revolution's shadow, the rebel that prowls the dark. Black Cat! He's the man who has been to hell and lived to tell the tale, the incorrigible, reprehensible brute bomber! I did it. I beat the brute bomber. Sorry for spoiling your moment with that charade, but we wanted to kick off the new era of Arcadian with a bang. Needham came up with a last-minute script and I agreed to join in. Retired fighters have been returning as well, eager to fight in unenhanced matches. We're all going to do our part to keep the Arcadian exciting. And as you may have already noticed, everyone's decided to remove the regulator. That's because we won't be needing souls anymore, feral or otherwise. Meanwhile, since you have no equal, you've been granted the title of Eternal Grand Champion and entered into the Hall of Fame. You're already a legend, basically. Now, Though you may not be able to fight, we'd still love to see you, so don't be a stranger and drop by at my gym or the green room from time to time. As much as I hate to admit it, we played into the President's hands from the start, but it was only because you were the protagonist of the script that we could bring the tale to a happy conclusion. We truly couldn't have done it without you, our unenhanced Grand Champion, so please allow me to thank you again. We're forever in your debt. Yay! Ah, if it isn't the unenhanced Grand Champion herself, to what do I owe the honor? You wish to talk? I could tell you a little more about myself, I suppose. I'm a cartoonist, as you know, and I primarily draw inspiration from the matches at the Arcadion. My cartoons enjoy great popularity here in Solution 9, even if I do say so myself. I mark my words, my next series featuring you as the protagonist is guaranteed to be a bestseller. Let's see who's in here.
Hello, Elita. Ever since you became the Eternal Grand Champion, we've had an endless stream of people eager to join Tritalus training. Unfortunately, with Yana and Eutrop busy after taking to the ring again, we've had to limit the number of applicants we accept. One day, I hope we can expand the gym to train a lot of fighters. By the way, have you spoken with the others recently? If you haven't already, you should seek them out. You'll find them around the city, in Arcadia, or even in Heritage Found. I'm sure they'd love to see you.
Hey, Elita, make yourself at home. Grab a tonic or whatever else you like. You're always welcome here. As you can see, I've been instructing new members of late, but I haven't been neglecting my own training either. I'm aiming to be the first Grand Champion of the Reborn Arcadian after all. And I'm not going to stop there. No, I'll keep pressing on until I achieve my dream, getting strong enough to not only face you in the ring, but win too. Elita, I'm training my hardest so I can become a fighter just like you someday. Then we can form a tag team together and teach bad guys a lesson. I never thought I would have lived to enjoy a simple life with my sisters again. It feels like a blissful dream I could wake up from at any moment. Things could have turned out quite different. The President may have had an elaborate plan to produce a cure, but many of us would not be here today had you not triumphed. I truly can't thank you enough, Elita. Doesn't look like anyone else down this end anyway. Let's see, the Arcadian. The Brute Bomber's back. He'll return the fire that's been missing from the Arcadian, even without a feral soul. You know, and lived up to my expectations, you exceeded them. Wicked Thunder and Black Cat have returned from retirement, so I think I will focus on supporting them once again. Miss Honey is returning from retirement as a fighter, with her broadcasts and concerts on top of that. It'll be hard for we fans to keep up with everything. It's the unenhanced Grand Champion. I was saddened to hear you won't be able to take part in matches for a while, but as your loyal fan, I'll wait for the day to see you in the ring again, no matter how long it takes. How will Sugar Riot choose to express the inspiration you gave her in her match? It's all I can think about. Hey, Dancing Green's making his grand return to the ring. Now the party'll never end, baby. To think the Howling Blaze and other fighters were suffering from a terrible, soul-ravaging disease. You have my sincere gratitude for saving them. I had faith that you would usher in a new era for the Arcadian Elita, and I'm thankful that you did. Especially now that I know using the Pharaoh's Soul can trigger the onset of such a horrible disease. It's truly a relief that matches will now be fought between unenhanced fighters. And what's more, I've heard those afflicted will make a full recovery and eventually return to the ring. The Arcadian's future has never been more exciting. Oh my, the unenhanced Grand Champion is speaking to me. Congratulations on your victory. And thank you for inspiring us with your feats in the ring. It truly saddens me that I won't be able to see your unfaltering figure in matches for a while. In the meantime, I draw courage from watching the other fighters who now do their best to battle unenhanced. I wish to extract my statement from earlier when I called you a novelty. You withstood Vamp Vital's punishment, and not many could say the same. But I should warn you, the Dominatrix has amassed a sizable fortune from her cosmetic and confectionery brands. She's one of the most influential people in the city. To act high and mighty now that you're Grand Champion, you may not like the consequences. Now I know what you've done. Now, look what you've done to my precious Arcadian. Fine. I will acknowledge that this change is for the best. It wasn't right that the fighters were getting sick from using feral souls. But just so you know, the tyrant isn't finished with you yet. He's out there training just as hard as he can to beat you someday. I'll be damned. You really did change the Arcadian. Suppose I can still see the muscular woman duking it out, though. Plus there's the extremes who'll get up to all sorts of madness as usual. Hells, maybe shows will even be more thrilling now if one's fighting unenhanced. I'll give this new era of the Arcadian a chance. Alright, let's go into here, see if there's people in here. Elita, what brings you to the Arcadian this fine day? Should you have anything that you wish to discuss, I should be happy to oblige. I have nothing left to hide after all. How fares the business? Oh, quite well, my friend. Contrary to our initial fears, the audience has only grown since we ended the use of feral souls. Each day, nigh every seat in the House of Souls art. This unprecedented excess, we of course owe to you. Your nail-biting bouts gave the people a taste of the thrills that unenhanced battles have to offer. Even now, in this Arcadian reborn, fighters vie for victory, seeking to ascend as the first Grand Champion. What's the President's story? As you know, the President traced his lineage to Limbo. His ancestor was a noble that lost kingdom, and a patron of theatrical arts, and it seems the President inherited the forebear's passion. For a single generation, he revived the long-forgotten Ascension Arcadia and transformed it into the premier enterprise for entertainment in Alexandria. Alas, that revival came at a terrible price. Psychocrinosis. The emergence of this terminal disease pained the President to no end, and in order to cure the fighters, he ultimately chose to make the greatest sacrifice. With his love for theatre, he had originally pursued a career as a stage actor. I dare say none was better suited to the part of the villainous president. to perform the role of a lifetime on the grand stage. That is, the Arcadian may well have been the fulfillment of his heart's desire. What's more, in no small part thanks to you, the Arcadian is no longer dependent on feral souls to deliver thrills. Whatever the president is now, I am sure he has no regrets. Can you tell me more about the lindworm? It is both the namesake of Lindblom itself and the great serpent the president has become. I will share with you what he confided to me. Lindworms once thrived in the lands where the nation of Lindblom was founded. Awed by the creature's great size and regenerative abilities, the first settlers chose to name their home after them, in hopes that it might bloom eternal and undying. By the time the storm surged, the lindworm had become little more than a myth. But as conflict raged on, a soul egg was discovered. In those troubled times, many suffered excessive exposure to lightning ether, and developed symptoms such as debilitating paralysis. Seeking to deliver relief unto the masses, scientists began conducting research on the lindworm egg, that they might develop a medicine that stimulates one's regeneration factor. Yet no matter what they tried, they could not hatch the egg. It remained unhatched as the nation of Lindblom collapsed, and was entrusted to the care of the president's ancestor, when he fled his homeland. As the years went on, the egg was all but forgotten, but that would change when the first cases of psychokinesis were diagnosed in the Arcadian fighters. Seeking a cure for the affliction, the president enlisted a scientist acquaintance with orogenics. It was then that the unearthed Lindbloms abandoned research into the regeneration factor. The president would often say that he felt a sense of destiny in that moment, when he learned that he could put the egg that he could put use to the egg that he inherited. The rest you know as well as me. Thanks to the advent of soul technology, he was able to extract the lindworm's soul from the unhatched egg, and he injected it into himself in a bid to cure his fighters. Alas, he found that his regenerative powers could not be used on others, and he was left with one option: to see the lindworm slain, that a stimulant might be created from his heart.
Help!
What do you want? If you're here to mock me, I got a match coming up and I'm trying to focus, so scram. Wait, we worked pretty well together with that coordinated attack before. Well, if you're eager to form a team, I don't mind teaching you the secrets of the technique. Come to check up on us, Elita. I'm giving Hector a hand before his match. Actually, that's a lie. I'm here to see the kittens. The Hoarder refuses to let them leave his sight, bringing them to even the green room. Anyway, there was something I wanted to tell you. I've decided to use my next off-season to visit the world beyond the barrier. I've always felt cramped inside this dome. I look forward to seeing what's outside it. I think there's one other place where there might be fighters to talk to. First things first, let's get some booties of healing. Let's see. And I'll get the neck piece. Doesn't look like the others are up here. Oh no, Honeybee Lovely is. Hello, my obedient little bees. It's me, Honeybee Lovely, with another edition of This'll Sting today. I have something special planned for you at Mosaic. Oh, but if it isn't my dear friend Elita. I'm currently doing a broadcast. Why don't you join me? Come, my dears, say hello to the unenhanced Grand Champion. If you'd like to see more of her, be sure to stay tuned. I don't know where the others would be, but that's all for now. I thank you all for watching. I'm going to go eat, and I will continue my podcast after. Bye for now.